Hello YouTube, this is Shirley426, and today we have the review of the 5.2 Toys Beastbox number 35 Ricochet. So, once again, I'm a big fan of these toys. 5.2 Toys is the company name. I believe they are a Chinese company. They have multiple designers, and they are pretty much known for their small figurines, are either in random boxes or this line of Beastbox, or also known. There's also another subline called Megabox, but still, as far as I know, they are pretty much well known for their cube transforming mecha toys. So that's the best way I could say it. So once again, this is number 35. They have multiple animals past this version, so if you are really interested in this line, do check it out. So right off the bat, number 35 Ricochet transforms into a kangaroo, and it's a pretty interesting mech as well. So without any further ado, let's go with the review. So first of all, what you get, of course, is obviously the box charger. Now, what the box charger is that I'm talking about this clear box here. So any Beastbox product you buy, they will have an animal form, and then they will have a cube form. Now, these cubes are perfect cubes, so that if you transform it, completely and perfectly, without any problems, they should all turn into a 5 centimeter perfect cube. And to also know if you did the transformation correctly, they should slide in properly like that. Now, sometimes if you don't transform it properly, or they will be like getting stuck of them, or they won't like fit in properly. So that's one way to look at it. So yeah, every Beastbox, all of them, I believe there was like one or two exception sets where they didn't come with the with the cube charger, but today any Beastbox that comes out should come with this box charger. And the good part is that, as I told you guys multiple times, you might have seen these shapes from side to side. If you have multiple box chargers, you can connect them left to right, or if you have another one here, you can also connect them from top to bottom, so you can stack up as well. So this is really cool, if you ask me. Alright, so other than that, let's see what else you get. So as usual, let's go with the usual stuff. So number one, we get a PVC card. What the PVC card is basically you fold the PVC card in half, put it in the back side of the box charger. So just in case if you have trouble, like for example, if you have trouble like pulling them out for some reason, if you have the PVC card on the back, it will push out the Beastbox a little bit, so you can grab it onto easily. But of course, the Beastbox, the box chargers on the side also have these, this place here, so it's not really hard to really grab onto it. So yeah, which is why I really don't use these that much. And then we get a catalog, which composed of the recent or that's available Beastbox line here. I've shown these before. It's fun to look at. So yeah. And I just dropped the catalog, oh well. And one of my favorite stuff to collect is these cards. Now, for now, there's no purpose for these cards other than just looking really cool. And on the back side, showing their stats and some background story on here. So if you want to read the background story right now, do pause the video and check it out. So yeah, looking at the stats, considering to be looking like a boxer, it has low defense. You would think like boxers would have decent defense as well, but high intelligence, and despite being a kangaroo, it has low speed. So this really doesn't make any sense, but courage and strength is pretty high, so oh well. Alright, so let's take it out of the box. Oh, actually, before that, there's one more thing I need to talk about regarding this specific Beastbox. So Ricochet, for those who are going to order it, you might actually see a second option regarding this. So there's a regular version, and there's another special set. Some people call it the deluxe version. So basically, if you buy a Beastbox regular version, what you get is obviously the regular set and these blue boxing gloves here. But if you buy the DX version, what you get is that not only this, but you also get a plus, like a yellow punching bag kind of thing made out of plastic, and which also works as a cabinet where you can store these in. So yeah, but of course they're not the same price. The one with the punching bag costs a little bit more, so do keep that in mind. Alright, so let's take it out of the box and look at it. So once again, we're going to put away the Beastbox box charger. I keep saying Beastbox box charger, so yeah, box charger. But still, looking at it, I do like the color scheme going on here. I'm not going to show you guys the transformation process on the camera because that would make the video long. Definitely liking the combination between the clear blue or light blue, white and orange color scheme going on here. And looking at it, it seems like we have some missile launchers right over here, which is really interesting for a boxing type mech. And then there is one more interesting feature regarding this this version or Ricochet himself, because there's a gimmick. It's not the first time we're seeing this gimmick, but yeah, it's not a common gimmick right now. So once again, I'll be right back with the fully transformed version, and let's talk about that. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the kangaroo form, and definitely it wasn't the most easiest transformation, but also not the hardest. So it's not really too complicated. As long as you follow the instruction manual, nothing should go wrong, and I don't think there are there's no fragile part in this case. So that's good news. Alright, so let's start from the top as usual. So let's see. So we have the head. Definitely we do have that kangaroo look, and I think it was a really good choice to use the orange color. I don't know, it just overall matches the animal for some reason. So looking at the head, definitely looks like a kangaroo, and you are able to move the ears like that. Now this is more technically meant for the transformation, but it's good to know that we are able to move the ear. Now the eyes may look a little bit awkward to you, because that's because this is actually wearing some sort of like a gear, so it's wearing like some sort of sunglasses. You don't like that, you can always take it off like that. It's more of a clip style base, so you can always clip it back on and clip it back off. So really up to your choice. And now we have the eyes. Definitely looks more alive than compared to the other version. So, but I think I do prefer the looks with the sunglasses on. Now for the mouth, and as usual, I do not know why, but you are able to open the mouth, but very minimal. You can barely see that small gap that I just opened up. I would have preferred if it could open up a little bit more. Now they do this time to time. I'm not really too sure why. Like the tiger torado, obviously its mouth, it should open a little bit more considering for what it is. Even this one, I think it should be able to open a little bit more. But still, oh well. I can always fix this by myself by disassembling and see how it works. And yeah. So the articulation on the head is pretty good. It's on a ball joint as usual. The neck here, this top section is not a ball joint, but this part is, so you are able to go up and down like that and rotate 360 with no problem as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all the articulation you need going on here. So yeah, and then we have another articulation right over here that can bend down the entire neck, but once again, this is more related to the transformation to the cube form. So yeah, but still you are able to utilize that. Now let's look at the arms. So the arms, as you can see, is on a ball joint as far as I can tell, or something like that. So you can move side to side like that. The shoulders do have a forward and back, not exactly shoulders, but the arms can move side to side like that. The shoulder itself doesn't really move like Gunpla, so oh well. And now with the structure here, you are technically able to go 360 if you can pass all the hurdles around here, but still that's possible. And then we have another bend point here. The black section right over here can bend about that much, but it also can go to the other way as well, but not entirely. So this is as far as it goes. And then we have the hands, we can move up and down a little bit. And here is the boxing glove attached. So I would like to point out to 52 Toys that when I first got my product, the boxing gloves, there is a left and right to this one. There's actually a difference. Mine was on the opposite direction. So the right one was on the left side, the left one was on the right side, and I had really big trouble pulling it out. So yeah, I'm not sure if I just got unlucky, but do be careful. Do check yours out, because they actually do show like which one is on for the right and the left. So yeah. Just make sure that you don't confuse yourself, and they're pretty easy to attach as far as you get the directions correctly. So you fold up the hands like this, and then you should be able to clip. Once again, it's also technically a clip based system, so all you need to do is just clip it onto the hand here like that, and there you go. Now you got some boxing gloves here. And I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a reference to something, but I do know that in Tekken there was a character with a kangaroo character with boxing gloves. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a reference to this, but it's a really nice reference. And if it is, I would like to see a Velociraptor version of this. That would be really cool. Alright, now let's look at the legs. Now the legs pretty much compose a lot of stuff because for the transformation. There's a lot of parts that folds up and it opens up, so for the cube form. But still, looking at the legs, I believe this part is also a ball jointed connection, but also has like a system where you can push it back in for the transformation. I believe you should be able to go 360 like that. And then we have a nice bending point here. This is the first bending point, and then we have another bending point right over here on the bottom. Yeah, and then the feet are on ball joints, so you are able to go 360 and have a nice pivot joint. Now having a pivot is definitely really helpful for certain figures like this. And yeah, And then finally we have the tail. Now nothing too special about the tail, which can move up and down like that. And then there's another bending point right over here, and then another one on the end tip. Now this blue part kind of moves, but this is more for the transformation as well. And you can lock them up if you don't like that. And finally, the gimmick I was talking about regarding this is that you can actually open this section up and then open up entirely. There we go. And reveals a smaller kangaroo in there. So a baby kangaroo inside, you can pull it out. Now it does have a locking mechanism where there's a peg here, a hole there, so it doesn't really wobble around. And you can actually pull out the tail, move down the legs, and then pull out the head and have a really small baby kangaroo minifigure. So which this really does make me wonder if this is supposed to be a reference to that character from Tekken. Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation, and I would say definitely this actually has a really its own unique, touch to it. So the only other Beastbox that I know that has a similar gimmick regarding the baby gimmick is the panda version. So yeah, and I do know the panda is kind of popular to some people. So yeah. Alright, so once again, I actually really like this one. So I would like to see another version of this other than the kangaroo, maybe a velociraptor. That would be cool because that would be a really nice reference. And yeah, it's just really interesting to see not only having a kangaroo as a mech, but also a kangaroo with boxing gloves. Now how often do we see like kangaroo mechs, especially with boxing gloves? That is really unique to this one, so I would really highly recommend this as well. And then not only that, we have close combat weapons, we also have long range weapons, which these are assumed to be missile launchers, but still they could be not. So but I would say that really depends on your imagination at this point. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Beastbox number 35 Ricochet. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.